Hello everyone, Silent here. Welcome back to another tutorial. Today we have a very simple and efficient nether portal, zombie pigmen, gold, and experience farm. This farm works on Minecraft Console Edition and Minecraft Java Edition, and along with being redstone free, this farm is also scalable to the size that you want. Right now we're running near maximum size farm for Console Edition, and with this near maximum size farm, 104 max size nether portals, we are getting to level 65 in about 30 minutes, and we're also getting to level 30 in just under 4 minutes, which is really good. So with the max size farm, we're also getting about 5 stacks of gold ingots per hour without any form of looting. However, if you introduce manual killing and looting 3, you should get around about a stack of gold blocks per hour with this max size farm, which is pretty good for Console Edition. So another plus to this farm is that you don't need to do literally anything at all. It is 95% automatic. The only thing that you need to do when you want to use this farm is throw one snowball up at that zombie pigman right there. That's going to aggro all of the rest of them, and then they're going to fall to their death and drop you XP. In fact, you don't even need to do that if you don't care for XP and you just want gold. So we're about to take a couple minutes just to go over some details about this farm. I like to give a lot of details about the farms that I show, because if you're going off and doing a massive project, you want to make sure that you know as much about that project and much about how it works as you possibly can. And also, I know a lot of you guys appreciate it in that not many people actually give details. So remember that this is the max size farm that you'll probably want to make. So here it is in all of its glory. There are 8 segments of 13 nether portals. And before we really get into it all too much, keep in mind that there's currently a rendering bug on Console Edition that doesn't really render all the nether portals. So there are indeed nether portals right here. They just actually don't show up. So that is why there's like missing portals. Anyway, as you can see, there are just snow golems up here shooting at these zombie pigmen that randomly spawn from these nether portals. They will aggro the pigmen. The pigmen want to try and kill these guys, so they try and walk as close to them as they can, which just results in them falling down into the water streams below, as you can see right there. Thank you for demonstrating that, Mr. Pigman. So what about the rates of a slightly smaller farm? Here you can see we have a half-size farm of the one that I just showed you, and the rates honestly aren't too different. So if this one, you'll get to level 59 in 30 minutes, and you'll get to level 30 in about 6 minutes. So the XP isn't too different. However, gold is where you definitely want to build the other one. So in 1 hour without looting and without manual killing, you get about 3.5 stacks of gold ingots, which isn't great. And with looting 3, you should get about 6 to 7 stacks of gold ingots, which isn't bad but could be better. So if you want to go AFK overnight, get a whole bunch of gold and a whole bunch of experience, definitely build the taller one. However, if you just want a modest medium-sized project for your world, definitely build this one. So we basically have the same setup on the lower level as we do on the upper level. And just a couple quick notes about the glass panes and the fence posts. The glass panes here are just a replacement for trapdoors. You could have trapdoors here if you like, but glass panes are usually cheaper. And this is just a guide for all the zombie pigmen to get into the water stream. Otherwise, if you don't have these here, the zombie pigmen falling from above could fall onto this block right here, and that wouldn't be such good times. Now, the fence posts help block the golem's line of sight, because when the zombie pigmen get so close, these guys actually have really good accuracy, so the pigmen can basically keep getting knocked back, kind of like how this guy is right here. But they try to run to the sides, and that blocks their line of sight. So that just helps increase the efficiency a little bit. This guy has 2 fence posts to prevent him and him from ganging up on one guy. So just a little bit of extra efficiency can be gained just by blocking a little bit of their line of sight. So the last detail to talk about with this farm is the reason why we have 13 23 by 23 nether portals in each segment. First of all, the size 23 by 23 is the most efficient that you can get, because the bigger the nether portal, the higher chance it has of spawning a zombie pigman. So any gold farm you see with tiny little portals is not going to be efficient. So the second detail is why we have 13 nether portals in each section. We have 13 because that is basically the range for this guy's snowballs. Any further and it gets very inaccurate and it's a waste of time. And also we're limited by the zombie pigmen's aggro range. So the aggro range of zombie pigmen on console is 16 blocks instead of 32 like it is on Java Edition, so that's a very large limiting factor. Those two things combined makes it so that 13 nether portals is basically the golden range. Alrighty, so on to the tutorial already. I'm not going to be doing a full block by block on this one because it is super simple. I'm going to be giving you some dimensions and some coordinates, and you should be able to build it pretty easily from there. So first off, where do you build it? You can build it anywhere you like. We're going to build it over an ocean though, because that's what everyone does for no apparent reason, and I think it looks nice. Alrighty, so first you want to get in your kill area. This is going to be a 5x3 of hoppers pointing into whatever storage system you like. You then want to pillar up from the exact center of your hopper bed by 24 blocks. We're currently at Y65, and we're going to go up to Y89 up here, and you want to mark your center block as well for this farm. So go out and each direction by 3 blocks, kind of like so. And then from this block here, you want to go out by 23 in that direction and 23 in that direction, and start building up your canals for your water streams. These can be made out of any block you like. I'm just using glass because I am. And you should be able to see everything that you need to see from right here. And the iron blocks are just for you to be able to count, and the emerald blocks are just for you to be able to count as well. Alrighty, so of course the end cap goes out on the 24th block, as you can see here. And that is all good and proper. Alright, so one thing I'm going to mention right now is that this farm is a perfect mirror of itself. So everything that you do on this side, you're going to do on this side as well. So everything shares a wall in the center. So this is going to be your next canal right here, and you just build it up exactly how you built that one. They share a center wall, and you do that on this side as well. And that is pretty self-explanatory. You also want to fill in these blocks right here, just so that your guys don't escape. Alrighty, so this right here is again the center part of your farm. So you're going to start building your portals now out of obsidian. Of course, you need to go up by 23 blocks, and that looks about right for 23. Yeah, I'd say so. 23, alrighty. And of course, you want to lay down this on the floor as well. And then, of course, go up by 23 again. You guys get the deal by now. And then just connect the tops up. Alrighty, so that is one portal. We're going to go ahead and light that right now just to make sure that it's the correct size. I highly recommend that you light it. That way you know they are the correct size. If you build this wrong, you're going to have to tear down a lot of obsidian. Alrighty, so of course you need to go out by 13 as well. So that would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And yeah, basically fill this all in with portals. Alright, so here is what the framework of the farm looks like. Of course, this is absolute bare bones. You're going to need to fill in everything. I'm not going to fill it in. I've already done it like 6 times today, and it just takes me a while. So you need to fill in the floor all the way across, these walls all the way up, the ceiling all the way across, and the center wall all the way down. And then same thing for this one. This wall needs to go all the way back. That one needs to go all the way up, and that one needs to go all the way across. The only things you don't fill in are this back wall here, the front wall here, and that back wall and this front wall. And yeah, pretty much easy as that. So on the back sides of each of the portals, you want to have a 2-high wall of something non-spawnable, or you can just put torches on top of it, and that's just to keep your pigmen in so they don't get pushed out or fall out or walk out or anything like that. This is what it should look like, completely filled in, and it's looking pretty grand. I like it. Alrighty, so now it is time for your snow golem holding cell system thing. So from the edges of the portal, you're gonna have 3 trapdoors here, and then skip 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. 3 trapdoors, 3 blocks, 3 trapdoors, skip 3 blocks, 3 trapdoors, and then you just want to flick all of these down like so. And the iron blocks were just temporary things, so you guys could count. Alrighty, so then you want a center bar here right above your glass as well, and then you just want your panes on there. Skip 3 blocks, panes, and then skip 3 blocks, 3 panes, skip 3 blocks, 3 panes. You guys get the idea. Very simple. Alrighty, so then you're gonna end up with 3 areas in between the panes, and this is where you're gonna put your snow golem. So you wanna go up by 2 blocks right here, get yourself a rail in there, place a minecart right there, and you want also a wooden fence gate in front of that, and 1 to each side. Then 2 snow blocks and a pumpkin on top, and that guy should go right into that cart just like so. And then you want to do that on these ones as well. So again, 2 blocks up, rail, mine cart, and then your fence post, and those locations, snow blocks, pumpkin, and one more time. Boom, super easy. So I went ahead and made a mock-up on the other side so that you guys can get a general idea of what this farm should look like when you build it up. So as you can see, all the proportions are the same, all the distances are the same. It's literally just mirrored right across, and there is no funny business. So right now would be the best time to pause the video, maybe rewind it a little bit, and do everything that we did on this side over here on the other side as well. So the water streams, the glass panes and the trapdoors and all the obsidian and the glass walls as well. And there we go, pretty much built it up on either side. Looks pretty majestic, I'm liking it. So now it is time for the easiest part of the farm, and that is the water stream. So you're going to want to come to the end of your little water stream canals and place down 2 water sources like so, and then just go until that stops. Place down 2 slabs, 2 signs right there. You may also want to place a light source block right here, like glowstone or sea lanterns, just to prevent your water from freezing if you're building in a cold biome. That is something I learned from the other world. Alrighty, so yeah, place a water source there as well. And then, yeah, just continue on down here. So slabs, signs, and then once you get to the end here, you're gonna need to do something special. Sign, sign, and that's literally it. And that will prevent any water from flowing down there. And yeah, just do that on all 4 of these. Shouldn't take you but a minute. All of the water streams are now in place, and they are looking slightly strange with the ocean blue background. Not gonna lie about that. So now it is time to get in your drop chute. This is literally no technology whatsoever, just a drop down to your hoppers. And you should be able to tell how to build this pretty easily. Just literally goes down to your hoppers. So on top of all of your hoppers here, you're going to want carpets, because otherwise your XP orbs will get stuck inside of your hoppers, and that is not good times. You also want to place a trapdoor right there, and get yourself a block, and place another trapdoor right there. So your XP is basically going to go right through those trapdoors to your player. You're just going to stand right here, and all the XP is just going to flow into your XP bar. And you can also stand here, AFK fish, or whatever you like. Very versatile little standing spot. Okay, so last thing that you really need to do for this farm before you can start churning it on is getting your pigmen in place. So I was just lighting one of the portals, waiting for one to spawn, and then basically corral him onto this glass pane right here, and then surround him with some glass blocks. So we got ourselves a Mr. Porkins, aka subscribe because you can. And this is going to be the guy that you're going to be aggroing with your snowballs from down below. Super easy. Alrighty, also I made one tiny little mistake. You need your double fence posts right here. Actually very important, and you got to have those on the center guy only. It is now time to start lighting your portals. So on console, this is a little bit tricky because they're all invisible thanks to a bug. But yeah, you basically just light every single obsidian block on fire. Super easy, and these guys should start spawning pretty much immediately, which is very nice. One really important note about this farm is if you want to get the highest efficiency out of it, you have to be playing on hard mode, because nether portals spawn a significant amount more zombie pigmen on hard mode, and that goes for every platform. So make sure that you are playing on hard to get the absolute highest rates out of this that you can. And look at this, we already got like 10, 15 pigmen here, and they all just love to go into this water stream here. And yeah, you can see I already did a little bit of testing from that. So that is pretty much your entire farm complete. There is just 2 other things to worry about. Lighting things up in the center so that stuff doesn't spawn in places. Torch spam it if you like, and also if you're in a biome that it can rain in, such as anywhere, then make sure you put a block on top of these snow golems, otherwise they will die from rain. Anyway, as you can see, just with 2 portals, we already got like a lot of guys. That's pretty good. So yeah, just cover all those guys up with a block. For those of you interested in stacking this farm, it is extremely easy. All you need to do is extend down these glass panes every other block, and then at the bottom here, you just have double glass panes. Make sure you leave this gap right here, so you can see in between the levels. Otherwise, the pigmen will not pathfind correctly, so you gotta have those blocks out. Other than that, it's literally all the same. That is all you add, is those guides for the guys falling down. And other note on stacking is this is pretty much the maximum size for console edition because there is a limit on snow golems. So you can see we have 6 up top, 6 down below, and then we got 4 over here, or 5 over here. And that is actually the cap. So you can have a total of 2, 4, 6, 8. Wait, yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. You can have 10 segments in this farm, but it's not gonna look even or anything like that. And you can see if we try to spawn another guy, they're just gonna kind of explode, which kind of looks funny, but yeah, you can't really go any higher than this, which is unfortunate. On PC, you can of course do whatever you like because it's PC, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so one final thing, we're gonna go take a look at the storage, and this is very simple. We just got 3 item filters right here, one for nuggets, one for flesh, and then one for ingots, and then everything else, which will only be swords, just goes into a smelter. Even without looting 3, you get so many swords that it is definitely worth the fuel to smelt down all the swords into nuggets and then craft those into bars. Especially if you're going to be using looting though, smelt down those swords. You want that gold. It's going to be a lot of wasted gold if you don't smelt down the swords. Anyway guys, that is going to do it for this tutorial. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or potential improvements to this farm, be sure to leave it down below, and I will be sure to read your comments because I always read my comments because you guys have interesting things to say. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching. Again, be sure to leave a like on the video, maybe subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here, because I'm uploading 4 videos a week, and usually they're half decent and kind of worth watching. Anyway, I'll see you guys down in the comments and in the next video. And then there was silence.